Hey, welcome back. We're joined in our booth by Miriam Tucker, and she has written for the magazine before, Diabetes Health, and I call her, we have this new term, patient expert. She has had diabetes many years.
34.
34? Almost has, oh, she has me beat. I'm coming up on 34 years in September.
We're almost neck and neck.
Yeah, neck and neck. Brother and sister right here in diabetes years. I'm so glad you dropped by.
Yeah, me too.
She also writes for about 12 professional journals, the newest of which is
Clinical Endocrinology News.
Clinical Endocrinology News. And she's here covering the conference just like we are.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me here. And I really see us journalists as diabetes educators in a way. I'm sure you see yourself as an educator.
That's
right.
right.
We don't have the certificates, but it's we all have the same passion, you know?
Yeah.
And especially you and I, having lived with the disease for so long. I mean, it's our life, it's our mission. We want people to know, we want people to be educated,
and you've been published in what big newspapers too?
I've had some articles in the Washington Post, the Boston Globe, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, my hometown of Pittsburgh, Children's Hospital. I'm putting in a plug. They're the most wonderful place in the world, you know, for children with diabetes and without.
Now, here's a good one. What are the biggest developments you've seen since you got diabetes?
Oh, wow. Well, you probably remember the Clinitest little chemistry set that you had to test your urine with. Remember that?
Right.
And you had a test tube, and you had to put in 2 drops of urine and 10 drops of water and a little pill, and then you had to watch it fizzle up, but don't touch it because it's very hot. And then you shake it and you compare it against a color chart on the wall, and that basically gives you a completely inaccurate idea of what your blood sugar was 4 hours ago. So we've progressed a long way with blood sugar monitoring, and the machines that are, went from 1 minute where you had to rinse to 30 seconds to 20 seconds, and now a lot of us use 5-second meters.
Yes.
And now with continuous glucose monitoring, I'm really jazzed about that. I've been writing about that quite a bit in the last few months. So.
Which one do you think you'd get of the continuous monitors?
Well, there's only a couple out right now, and I don't want to name brands. I know you and I share this sort of, we don't want to wear stuff. So I'm wanting the wristwatch to come back. I want them, there was a wristwatch, it wasn't great, so maybe back to the drawing board. I'd like to see it on my wrist, and I want it to tell time too. And maybe some other things. Maybe it could be a cell phone also.
Yeah, cell phone.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm waiting for
cell
that.
phones do everything now. They should test your blood sugar too.
And give me my email and my blood sugar at once.
So what about this show? Anything stick out in your mind from what you've heard so far?
From this conference?
Yeah,
let's see. I've only been to a few sessions so far, but the great thing about AADE is these are the people who actually spend a lot of time with patients. This is the show where the rubber hits the road. From ADA a couple months ago, I was writing the American Diabetes Association. That's a lot of hard data, numbers about drugs and studies. These are the people who deal with us. They talk to us. A lot of psychosocial stuff, a lot of how do you motivate patients. I've been hearing a lot about that. That's something personally interesting to me. I want to do more freelance writing on not just motivating people with diabetes, but motivating people who are overweight or even who aren't to exercise more, things like that. So that's what I really am looking for at this meeting, the more hands-on stuff.
Right. So that's what's really might prevent this coming epidemic, is if people
Absolutely.
Exercised and ate less.
I'll give you an example. In my office building, we moved May of 2006 to a new building. We used to be all on one floor. Now we are on the 6th floor. And there's one stairway that you can take from the floor all the way up to the top. You need your card key to get in. I've started taking it every day, and I'm trying to get my coworkers to take the steps instead of the elevator. So if I see someone on their way in and they go to push the button, I go, no, take the steps with me. And then they feel like a real wuss if they don't, or at least,
so it's like
or they get mad at me, I don't know. But
you strong arm them.
I have dragged some people up 6 flights of steps, and I'm still out of breath at the top, but I feel so good when I get to the top. It's like, wow, I just went up 6 flights of steps. And the next time I go, it'll be down, and that's easier. So it feels like an accomplishment. And
I was recently at our healthcare facility, Kaiser in California.
Yeah.
And there was a class there, and I'm like, where are the steps? I was talking to the health. I go, you're always telling me to take the steps.
Where are they? They're
you
hard
just
to
built this
find.
new building. They said, we don't know either. They're like,
I tried in the
you
Hilton.
got to go, and it sets off an alarm or something.
Yeah, and you feel, most steps are horrible. They're dirty at the Hilton, and I'm staying here in
Not
St.
to
Louis.
name names.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's the same in every hotel I've worked.
Right,
the stairs
right.
are dirty, they're hidden. You feel like you're trespassing. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, you might even be locked out. Sometimes you get up and the doors won't open.
Hopefully not.
So that's a message to you. Let's get over here a little closer and say, we need stairs that are well lit, and you can find the doors, and we could all we probably have 1 million less people with diabetes.
Seriously, every elevator should have an arrow saying, stairs this way, these are for emergency use only. That's
Yes, save electricity, save the elevators for the people that
in
maybe can't take the stairs.
Yeah, luggage,
I think we should start this new initiative about taking
There we go.
We always hear it, but no one's doing it in the buildings themselves.
Yeah, or when you go to the store, park across the parking lot. You don't have to park right as close as you can.
You see all those cars waiting with the gasoline running for a parking space that's like this much closer?
Totally. I mean, I think it's a mind issue. You just have to be thinking about it. It has to be in your head, because if you're not thinking, if you're thinking about something else, you're not going to be thinking about moving your body. It's got to be in the forefront of your mind all the time. And once it gets there, it's easier,
Well, Miriam, thanks so much for coming by our booth. This was just great. It's great to see you.
Always, yes. And we go back a long time.
We go back a long way.
How long? 1994.
Yeah.
When we first met. Yeah. Wow.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.